Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Quickera Global. 74,000 Indians leave the UK as net migration plunges 80% in 2025. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. Indian students and workers topped the United Kingdom's emigration charts this week as newly released net migration data revealed a dramatic slowdown in population inflows. According to the Office for National Statistics, overall net migration fell by 204,000 in the year ending June 2025, an astonishing 80% drop from its peak in 2023. The figures highlight a major shift in migration patterns, with departures now outpacing arrivals for several key nationalities. Indians emerged as the largest non-EU group leaving the UK during this period, underscoring the scale of change underway in Britain's immigration landscape. Study and work visa holders drive Indian departures. ONS data shows that approximately 45,000 Indian nationals on study visas and 22,000 on work-related visas exited the UK during the year. An additional 7,000 Indians departed under the other visa category, bringing total Indian emigration to 74,000. Chinese nationals followed as the second-largest group, with 42,000 departures. Indian was the most common non-EU nationality to emigrate from the UK, the ONS confirmed, adding that the increase in departures was primarily driven by those who had originally arrived on student visas, particularly Indians and Chinese nationals. Indians still dominate UK arrivals, despite the exodus. Despite the sharp rise in departures, Indians continue to dominate long-term arrivals. During the same period, the UK granted around 90,000 study visas and 46,000 work visas to Indian nationals. Alongside Pakistanis, Chinese, and Nigerians, Indians remain among the top 5 non-EU nationalities migrating to the UK. This contrast highlights a growing churn within the system. Large numbers are still arriving, but many are also leaving sooner than expected, contributing to the steep fall in net migration. Why has UK net migration fallen so dramatically? Net migration, the difference between arrivals and departures, has become a central political issue, with the government arguing that high numbers strain housing, public services, and local communities. Mary Gregory, Executive Director for Population and Census at the ONS, noted that net migration is now at its lowest level since 2021, when pandemic restrictions eased and the post-Brexit immigration system was introduced. She explained that the decline is largely due to fewer non-EU arrivals for work and study, a sharp reduction in dependents, and a steady rise in emigration. Government welcomes the decline, promises tougher rules. Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood welcomed the figures, stating that net migration has fallen to its lowest level in 5 years and declined by more than 2/3 under the current government. She emphasized that further reforms are on the way, arguing that the pace and scale of migration have placed immense pressure on communities. Her message was clear: future migrants must contribute more to the UK economy than they take out. Skilled worker visa cuts raise alarm for UK growth. Not everyone is celebrating. The Work Rights Centre charity warned that shrinking skilled worker visa numbers could harm long-term economic growth. CEO Dr. Dora Olivia Vickle accused the government of prioritizing a performative, tough stance over economic reality. Their analysis shows skilled worker visas have dropped to their lowest quarterly level in 3 years, driven largely by a collapse in health and care worker visas following stricter rules on dependents, higher salary thresholds, and increased compliance checks. Medium-skilled shortages deepen across key sectors. The impact is already visible on the ground. Only 7,572 skilled worker visas were issued in the year to September 2025 for 82 medium-skilled roles deemed vital to the UK's industrial strategy. Construction, engineering, and data roles are particularly affected, even as vacancies continue to rise faster than recruitment. Temporary shortage list sparks worker welfare concerns. To offset shortages, the government introduced a temporary shortage list covering 52 medium-skilled roles, but without dependent rights. Critics warn that costly sponsorship requirements and employer-tied visas increase the risk of exploitation, especially in sectors dominated by small firms. The Work Rights Center cautioned that removing family support and failing to address worker protections could leave migrant workers more vulnerable than ever, raising serious questions about the long-term sustainability of the UK's new migration model. That is all for today in this video. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.